blood dot egg fly is a pattern that was developed back in the early 80s, and it came about because of the investigation of looking at trout eggs and noticing that many trout eggs had a very distinct yolk in it and then was surrounded by the albumin. Not all eggs look like that, but some eggs do. So I attempted to imitate those eggs, and I noticed that there was translucency around it. And that's what I've tried to accomplish by tying the blood dot. I use orange thread, which is Danville 210 flat wax thread, and I start it right in the center of the hook. The hook is a heavy wire scud hook, anywhere from size 20 to size 10, depending on the size of the egg that you want to construct. You put the thread on in the center of the shank of the hook and come back just above the of the barb of the hook in the back. If you go any farther back, you will distort the shape and silhouette of a round egg and make it oblong. Now, what I'm attempting to do, I'm using glow bug material, and I use the egg color as my base material, and I cut a length of it about 3.5 or 4 inches long. Now, a little trick that I've learned is that I want to split this material, and if I have the material right down the middle, it normally doesn't tear or tangle, and I set the other one aside. And then I'll split it again, and sometimes I'll split it again depending on how small of a fly I want to make. But now I have much less material, and I'm trying to occupy the same space with less density of other egg patterns. I tie it in above the barb of the hook, and I can let go of it with a couple of turns. And the trick is, don't overbuild your thread. The heavy Danville flat wax thread allows you to make 2 simple turns and hold it in place. You formulate a little bubble on the back of the fly and pinch it with your fingers, and use the snap pinch method where you're pinching the line in between your fingers and then snapping it down, and you make that bubble. Your next aspect of it is to force the material back over, fanning the material over that bubble and maintaining the round shape of the silhouette in that perspective. 2 wraps. You then take your contrasting yolk color and place that on top, and again secure it with only 2 wraps. But because of the heavy denier of this material, I can actually cinch it down. And then take your glow bug egg color again and do the same thing as the bubble in front of it. You want to spread it around it like the fanning of a turkey feather when they're showing their spread, or a peacock feather. And then take your whip finisher, whip finish it, trim the material, and I cut the thread and the egg material in one cut, reach down inside, and there's the simple blood dot pattern that's extremely effective on steelhead and trout. When you take it and you immerse it in water, the real magic of the fly comes out of it once it's saturated, in that the fly takes on a transparent albumin look, and the yolk is solid, contrasting color in the center of the fly, and it's just a very accurate pattern for imitating eggs.